Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the story of Ashok Pathirage.
And the Softlogic Group, yeah.
Exactly. A figure who has really, reshaped the corporate landscape in Sri Lanka.
Well, what's really interesting here is that Pathirage isn't just like a successful businessman.
Right.
He's been more of a visionary architect, you could say, building this whole economic ecosystem.
In Sri Lanka, yeah. Through strategic diversification across some vital sectors.
Mm-hmm.
So our mission today really is to understand how he built this empire from the ground up.
Yeah, those early days.
The strategic decisions, that defined his legacy and his impact on the Colombo Stock Exchange.
Which is significant.
Absolutely. So maybe you're interested in global business or emerging markets.
Or just building something big. Right?
Exactly. What can you take away from this journey? Let's find out.
Okay.
So this whole thing started surprisingly small. 1991. Just 12 employees.
Yeah, tiny. A software development company. Almost unassuming, like you said.
So how did that initial venture, especially getting the Dell Computers distributorship, how did that set the stage?
Well, that initial win in IT, that was critical, really critical.
Okay.
It wasn't just the capital, though that was important. It built a reputation, reliability.
Right, trust.
Exactly. And from there, the expansion wasn't just random growth, it was strategic, creating this sort of self-reinforcing network.
How so?
Well, they moved into telecom with Dialog Axiata, got the exclusive Nokia deal.
Nokia, wow. Back then, huge.
Huge. And then this really aggressive leap into retail, Uniwalkers.
Bringing in global brand.
Yeah, like Apple, Levi's, big international names. So you see this pattern, right? Leveraging one success to build the next, creating this diversified, resilient portfolio.
And it seems like each part could potentially feed another.
That's the idea.
And he certainly didn't stop there. He built this whole ecosystem across, 6 critical sectors?
Mm-hmm. Everything from healthcare, Asiri Hospital Holdings.
Which is now the largest private healthcare provider in Sri Lanka, right?
Right. That's right. And then robust financial services through Softlogic Capital, even automotive, leisure.
Wow. So today, Softlogic Group, it manages over 50 companies.
Over 50, yeah. Employs more than 10,000 people.
And the turnover.
Consolidated turnover is nearly LKR 100 billion. That's a substantial figure in the Sri Lankan economy.
Definitely.
And if you connect this to the bigger picture, this diversification, it's not just about size, it's about mitigating risk.
Okay.
And fostering these really deep synergies. Think about it. Using their big retail base to, say, expand financial services.
Cross-selling.
Exactly, or providing their own IT solutions to their healthcare companies. It's like a strategic symbiosis.
Making the whole greater than the sum of its parts.
Precisely.
Okay, so with this massive expansion, this scale, how did Softlogic manage its capital needs? That must have been huge.
Yeah, good question. And this is where the Colombo Stock Exchange, the CSE, really comes into play. His commitment to, corporate transparency, good governance, particularly through the CSE, that's been key. Several Softlogic companies are prominent listings there.
Like the main one, Softlogic Holdings?
Softlogic Holdings, PLC, yeah, the flagship. It's listed, a public limited company, and it's really a masterclass in financial agility.
How so?
They've raised capital from big international private equity players, Actis, TPG.
Wow, major names.
Major names, alongside raising money through public market equity and debt. And they're even planning, I think, another significant equity raise soon, or $20 billion.
To strengthen finances. Makes sense. Okay, so to really get a feel for this, let's maybe look at a couple of examples.
Good idea.
Which entities really show this innovative approach in action?
Well, Sri Hospital Holdings is a great one. Beyond just being the biggest private provider, they're building this huge new 500-bed hospital in Colombo's Port City.
Port City, right.
And get this, with a 25-year tax exemption, it's not just expansion, it's a strategic play on medical tourism, boosting national health care too.
Very strategic. What else?
Then there's Softlogic Life Insurance, PLC. Incredible growth, tenfold in a decade.
Tenfold, wow.
And they just became Sri Lanka's second largest life insurer, acquired Allianz Life.
How'd they manage that kind of growth?
Their secret seems to be a real digital-first approach. AI-powered underwriting.
So using algorithms to assess risk quickly.
Yeah, and fully digitized onboarding, super streamlined.
Interesting. And what about retail? Odal.
Odal PLC. the pioneering department store. They're not just expanding stores, they're doing something really smart, pivoting strategically to onshore manufacturing.
Bringing production local.
And using local suppliers more for supply chain resilience,
Yeah.
Plus a really strong omni-channel strategy. Online sales jumped like 165%.
Okay, that's a lot of innovation across very different fields. What does this tell us about Pathirage's leadership style, his philosophy?
Well, his influence goes beyond just Softlogic. He chairs Sri Lankan Airlines.
Right, navigating some really critical challenges there.
Yeah, definitely. And holds key positions at the National Development Bank. So it makes you ask, what kind of leadership enables that breadth?
Yeah, what's the core?
His philosophy seems rooted in valuing, quote, the best people, continuous learning, adaptability. But here's the interesting bit. He pragmatically notes that sometimes an autocratic leadership style can be necessary.
Autocratic, really?
Yeah.
In today's world?
Well, maybe not autocratic in the classic sense, but perhaps more decisive. Necessary, he suggests, to unify a really diverse group like Softlogic. Ensure collective success.
So less about micromanagement, more about clear, fast direction.
Exactly. Setting a unified vision to propel this vast empire forward, especially when things are complex, while still letting people run with things entrepreneurially within their areas. It's a unique blend.
Quite a balancing act. So from that small software firm,
12 people,
to this huge conglomerate reshaping Sri Lanka's economy, its capital markets, Ashok Pathirage's journey is, well, pretty remarkable.
It really is. His strategic use of the CSE for capital, that commitment to innovation we talked about, and this adaptive sort of dual leadership style, it makes Softlogic a really compelling case study, resilience and growth.
And you see his deep impact on the nation's economy, driven by valuing people, innovation, and that strategic flexibility. It seems to position the group well, even in tough times.
Absolutely. So thinking about what you, the listener, can take away from this, consider how this approach, strategic diversification, creating these interconnected ecosystems, using tech smartly for efficiency, and that blend of leadership, decisive vision, but also entrepreneurial freedom.
How could that apply elsewhere?
Right. How could it foster growth and stability, maybe in challenging economic environments? Doesn't matter the scale of the business, really.
Yeah.
It's certainly something to mull over.